Greetings, it's me again. It's Sunday morning and I haven't even combed my hair yet, but I've already had breakfast. Anyway, enough about me. This week we are going to really look at digestion, and I don't need these. Most of our eating habits are unconscious at this point because our families of origin has set the tone for how we eat. For example, I grew up in a family of 6 other children, and there was scarcity because all the goodies got gobbled up after the grocery shopping trip, like within 20 minutes. And then all week long, the rest of the food had to be cooked, and nobody was about cooking really. We were busy. We were doing our thing. So our tendency was to grab and gobble, like there was massive scarcity, and we would just shove food into our mouths. And it was a really bad habit. When you're a child, when you're young, your digestion is better, and you can get by with that to a degree. But if you carry that habit into adulthood, you start to notice things shifting. Sometimes as early as your early 20s, sometimes as early as your teens. And your body doesn't function as well. Digestion, great digestion sets the tone for great physical health and mental, emotional health. Today, I want you to play with this by chewing your food more. And the recommendation, the Ayurvedic recommendation, is each bite of food you chew 32 times. That includes soup. Now, it's a little silly to chew soup 32 times, but do, rather than just, if there's little chunks of things in the soup, rather than just drinking the soup and just swallowing the chunks whole, chew it up a little bit. Digestion starts in the mouth. Our mouth has enzymes that starts to break down the starches in our food so that when it hits the stomach can do the hard work of starting to break down the proteins in the food. And then when it hits the small intestine, that's when the fats get broken down. But you don't want to have that starch, that carbohydrate metabolism be a thing once it hits the small intestine. You want the body to operate as optimally as possible. So when you are masticating, chewing your food, and coating the food with the saliva, if you've been hydrating, you've got plenty of that. You are actually creating that digestive process, and it's so much easier for your body to handle the food that you eat if you chew it really super well. So 32 times, make it a thing. What you're going to notice is a lot of stuff. You're going to look at some of your habitual patterns and go, oh my. You're going to notice that you probably overeat, because when you're mindlessly just chewing it a few times and swallowing it, your body doesn't have time to go, okay, wait a minute, do I want more food? But if you're chewing your food, it takes longer, and you're going to strangely be satisfied on way less food. And when you eat way less food, it's a little bit paradoxical again. You actually get to absorb more nutrition because the body is not taxed. The channels of absorption aren't clogged with undigested food product. It actually goes in and you can utilize it better. So your job today and beyond is to chew each bite of food 32 times. Let me know what goes on for you. There's going to be some stuff that comes up. Might get pissed off, like this is taking too long. Your meal times should be calm and quiet and peaceful with a sense of reverence and gratitude. It's a time to just reset yourself. You get a chance to do this at least 3 times a day. And it's glorious when you start to do it. It's crazy how fast we can plow through a meal. And when we take our time, it's at least twice as long and way more satisfying. So I'm curious. I want to hear what shows up for you, the good, bad, and the ugly. Do be vulnerable, because we all are there. Like we all have experienced these kind of things. Anyway, that's what I got today. I'll see you tomorrow.